Welcome back to the Jig Life. In this episode, we're out in Old Harbor. It's a native village on the middle eastern side of Kodiak Island, and I'm fishing with my friend Jeff Peterson. Jeff is one of the most knowledgeable, fishiest guys in all of Kodiak. For 60 years, he's been working these waters, and so not only are you going to see some great fish, we're going to learn some great tips from Jeff. We're going to target halibut, lingcod, rockfish, maybe even king salmon too. So stay tuned for another adventure.
Fishing the channel here.
It's day 2 here. Finally back in Old Harbor fishing with
Jigging yesterday.
My friend Jeff Peterson here, he's a brick S house at this point. Man's home pumping iron these days.
Yeah, it's a blast. We've got a salmon coming up right now. Salmon coming up. Keep an eye on the rod.
Got 2 rods back. We're trolling 50 feet of water. These rods are up pretty high in the water column. We try to troll up a king salmon for you this morning. Jeff, I think the first time I came out here with you was a true Kodiak combo. Okay, so Jeff is not only a fishing guide for a long time, but he's also a hunt transporter. And Jeff gave me a bit of advice in that hunt. When you go up to get a deer, come back down the same way. And of course, I forgot that advice pretty quickly.
Oh, I remember that.
And yeah. I think you said something to me like, did you parachute off of this side or something?
Yeah, how did you get down?
Something like that was well, it was, let me just say it was not the easiest hike down off of that cliff face, but we made it down to the bottom. Then we got back on the boat with a deer in hand, and we managed to catch 8 species of fish. We caught a king, we caught halibut, lingcod, peacod, and we caught a bunch of different rockfish species. That's a true Kodiak combo, and that's what happens out here in Old Harbor with Jeff. So I'm really happy to be back, and
well, it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
Glad you made it back.
It's been too long. Let's see what's going on the deck.
Had a couple of targets, no takers. Right outside this rock.
You might have a good one here. We flew in on Island Air this morning. Spent the last 3 days in Kodiak City. Came out here. We're gonna be out here for 5 days fishing with Jeff at Kodiak Combos, and we just got ourselves another dandy lingcod here. These lingcod are loving this redhead jig. My homemade lure. Put like a magnum-sized hoochie skirt over the top of a mustad jig. Because I lost my favorite Kodiak Combos bottom fish, Tony. Will you send me more? Turn into a big old thing. Fighting butts.
Tuesday. Halibut Tuesday. Nice.
I'm going to see where this rod is a Batson blank that I built with our editor George Crum a couple of years ago. It's built with a spiral wrap, so you can see this rod is only rated 20 to 45. I've got like a 40 to 50 pound halibut on here, and the rod is not spinning in my hands because of the way the eyes go in the rod. So with a spiral wrap, you start at the top, but then you quickly, this is a simple spiral, get the eyes to the bottom, and you think about the physics, it stops the rod from twisting in your hands so much.
Sure is a funny looking lingcod.
I don't know why.
How many hooks on there?
Just one.
Okay.
That's just it right there. Professionally done.
Yeah. Gonna have the right tool.
There's the homemade concoction. I just thought I would try it out. Cameraman Mr. Wu predicted that would be a halibut that would bite it. Sure enough, that was fun. Jeff just set these two down for us. This one has a lure. I'm not sure the name of it, but it's shaped in a bend, which is what makes it roll. King's like a big, slow roll. Coho like a tighter, faster roll, but King's like a big, slow roll. So that's just a pure lure. And then over on this system here, he's using a crippled anchovy helmet, which pins it's got I don't know, maybe a 5-inch herring on there, trying to match the size of the bait that's around. And between that and the rigging, you're able to bend the fish, which again allows it to spin. So that's on this one. One bait, one pure lure. And again, they're both pretty shallow. When something happens, we might get some top action here pretty quick. Come on. For those of you that haven't fished with trolling on downriggers, what's going on is there's a big heavy ball that brings the line down to the depth. And then from there, our lure and leader go out more or less on the same level in the water column. When a fish comes along, sees that lure go past them, they grab hold of it, it hooks them by themselves, they pull, and it usually will pull the line out of the clip, which then means you're free. You're free of the clip, and it's just you and the fish. And so what's going to happen is you'll see the rod do this, and then it goes bang, and then you'll watch one of us run for it, yank it out, and start the fight. You know what you're going to get when you drop a jig down here, and I just dropped my jig down and it didn't make it far, and I caught a halibut. This one is the Ahi USA Live Deception. I think that's a 4 in it. Yeah. Beautiful fish. Ambush predator. That was, we're in 33 feet of water. I was only about 15 feet down when that fish ate it on the drop.
What do you got, Marcus?
Halibut.
Gee.
Yep, 2 in a row. All right, we're gonna let this one go.
For waterfish like lingcod and halibut, and this guy shows up with these lead heads, and believe it or not, he outfished me with a lead head over live bait. So I just upped him one by putting a pad between the lead head, so it's a scent pad between the lead head and the grub. So you could add some scent to it now. And what you do with the excess, so it doesn't get tore off by fish, you just use scissors to cut the excess off. It's just a little extra. There's some great scents out there, and what I've noticed is, Procure butt juice is like my go-to scent. So there you go. You got a scent pad. It'll hold the scent better than just spraying it on or leaving it on. So the pad there, perfect. So you just get that in there, and when we're ready to go, whoever wants to use this one's set up. I use different colors of grub tails, white, black, brown. I like fishing rock piles. So we're looking for a guy that's a big halibut that's sitting at a rock pile eating little fish. A lot of guys, when I tell you to go to the bottom and come up 10 cranks, what that's going to do is going to eliminate the little fish. Little fish don't like to come up off the bottom because they're going to get eaten by a big fish. If you fish close to the bottom, you're going to get little fish, like a sculpin or something. Everybody thinks halibut's on the bottom, and they don't listen, and they work the bottom, and then you get a little sculpin or something. And I say, okay, you got to come up 10 cranks so you don't get the little fish.
Black rockfish are one of the pelagic rockfish species that we have all across southeast and south central here, and right now we are in a huge school of them. And sometimes what happens when you get in a big school like that, you can bring them to the surface like this. And they are following this jig up and out of the water, occasionally jumping for it. If you could see down in there, there are just piles and piles of these black rockfish. The trick here is trying to get them not to bite your lure as you drop it.
Either a big halibut or a lingcod came by.
Yeah. Still one more down there. Yeah, it looks good enough. It looks good enough for the fish box right there. Nice. Oh, that's exactly what happened. Oh, years of experience. So we're into this giant school of rockfish. All of a sudden it went really quiet and Jeff said there's either a halibut or a lingcod came in, and not 10 seconds later he hooked it. Oh, well done. That's a beautiful fish right there.
You come back there?
Yeah, come back here. See if I can make this happen a little easier.
Cool. You're hired, Mark. Hand in hand with a halibut. Really different on the other end of that. You know, it's kind of nice.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. We got ourselves a fine Kodiak morning here. It's really good to be back on the island. And I wanted to give you a little bit of the geography of Kodiak and explain a little bit about what I know of the island. We're in the Kodiak archipelago. It's about 250 miles, generally south of Anchorage. Kodiak Island itself, which is the main big island, is the second largest island in the country. It's about 3,600 square miles. The cool fact is that biologists estimate about 3,500 brown bears in this island, making it about one big brown bear per square mile. The island has the main Kodiak City, which you saw in the last episode that we created, and then there are 6 villages, and those are Ozinki, Akiak, Port Lions, Larsen Bay, Old Harbor, and Karluk. And I've been to quite a few of these remote villages. The island has maybe 13,000 people in the total island, and most of the population is around the outer edge, meaning that the center of the island is wild and untouched, as you've seen on some of the flights over the top of Kodiak. What else can I tell you? 5 species of Pacific salmon, rainbow trout, dolly varden, and steelhead trout. And then, of course, in the saltwater, we've got rockfish, multiple species of rockfish, lingcod, halibut, and Pacific cod. Those would be the main species that we target of bottom fish. And then, you know, right now, we're trolling for big kings. Jeff has, over the years, has caught huge kings down here in Old Harbor, but any king is a good king. So, the native peoples of Old Harbor are the Alutiiq. Kodiak is the main regional corporation that runs this island, and on their website they claim the Alutiiq go back at least 7,500 years in this area. They're an amazing people that have adapted to an extreme marine environment. Kodiak is just one of those special places that keeps drawing me back. It's a place I could see retiring, honestly. It's got the largest Coast Guard base in the country in Kodiak City. Well, it's just a really cool, amazing spot, and I hope you come visit. And when you do, come out to Old Harbor. There's not another sport fishing boat in sight, and the fishing is epic.
it alone, Joel. That's mine. I'm trying to feed it to a king salmon.
There we go.
Yep. Like a pink salmon.
Oh.
Got it?
Yep.
There he goes. Silver, maybe. Little pinky.
Looks like a pinky.
Little pinky. No,
Cool.
little silver.
Get in here. Okay.
Little silver.
Yeah.
Take him.
We'll take them.
Bad fish, bad fish.
You made the wrong choice.
First coho of the year.
We switched over from trolling for kings back to jigging for bottom fish. And in our first spot here, we just landed a peacock, and now we've got a halibut. Beat this IUSA salt diamond jig that I've got a assist rig, which means the hook is suspended from the top of the jig. It just makes it easier not to snag the bottom. So it's Tuesday here, and here in Old Harbor we're not allowed to keep halibut on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so we're gonna let this one go.
I told you about the Ewok, right? No. Ewok's he passed away, but he was standing on the post office porch and he stutters. He says, "Your grandpa, he was crazy." And I really, I don't remember my grandpa. It'd be nice to hear the story.
Yeah.
But I said, "How come?" He was the last person to shoot a whale in the village. I'm like, what? For what? Keemuck. Whoa. People were eating blubber. What kind of gun did he use? 30-30. What? How the hell does that kill a whale? Blowhole. What kind of boat? Skiff. I'm like, geez.
No wonder.
And then he had open heart surgery, and I figured he was dead. He was passed away. Then I see him on the porch again in the post office. I'm like, I thought you died. Your grandpa, he was crazy. I was like, how come? When people talk to him, he look at him, you want to talk to me? Talk to me about something. Don't talk to me about nothing. So I like to use that with customers that want to talk to me about nothing.
We switched up from trolling to fishing for lingcod, and we are into them heavily. This lead head with a curly tail grub, they just can't resist it. This one just got dropped to the bottom, and it wasn't 3 seconds till it got bit again. And we have these are nice sized lings. Look at the head on this guy. Wow, this looks like about at least a 30-pounder or more. Look at the teeth on that fish. They eat the greenling that are down there, and the other rockfish and other lingcod. This thing's big enough to probably eat a 10-pound lingcod. Okay, when I'm bottom fishing, and particularly when I'm bottom fishing for halibut, which rely on their noses to smell prey and scent in the water and then come looking for it, I like to coat my jigs, no matter what the jig is, in some form of scent. And I have found over the years that Procure makes the best ones. And they make both a bait oil and a gel. And these both happen to be garlic butt juice. So one of the ones that we all rely on up here in Alaska is Procure butt juice. This is a gel. The gel stays on the jigs better. The oils are made more for baits, to apply to baits, but we'll squirt some of those on there and maybe squirt one up the tentacles of a big hoochie, all right? But they come in lots of different flavors: herring, octopus. And this is a bottom fish blend, and I never leave home without Procure. While we got the gearbox open here, it's already been decimated after 5 days of fishing here in Kodiak, but I like to have, you know, various metal jigs that flutter. This is a Ahi USA. This is one of their assault diamond jigs, and this one's rigged. It hasn't been used yet on the top hook, but it's got an assist hook and it's also got a trail hook. If I'm in really rocky stuff, I'll move both hooks to the top in the assist style, so when the jig pounds the bottom, you're less likely to snag in the bottom. But different sizes and shapes. Here's one of Kodiak Customs. Got some also the Live Deception ones from Ahi in here, and there's various Mustad jigs in here as well. And then another jig that works really well in Alaska are lead heads with a variety of grub tails. And that one's got a split tail on it, and that one's got the standard tail. These just undulate so enticingly in the water. That's always a good. So that's a general breakdown. Bring a variety of jigs, make sure you have some sense.
We'll see. Jeff moved us out to a new spot. 225. Right away, we got hooked up here. Shaking its head like it was a halibut. It's coming up kind of tame now. Oh, as if on command. Still looking for some halibut today. Dwellers, flatfish. Olive and kind of orange brown and camouflage on the top side, blend into the bottom, and then camouflage on the white side, so they're up off the bottom. Predators from underneath them, see the sun, gives the halibut kind of a little bit of camouflage. Hopefully that's what this is. Feels too big to be a Pacific cod. Bouncing a lead head jig with a tail crop on it. And we've got Jeff's adaptations. Puts a little pad on it. The pad goes in between the jig head and the grub tail, and we can soak it with juice. And we should see it soon. I mean, the way it's acting, that feels like a halibut to me, doesn't it? I mean, come on, hold on to you. Hold on to you. Should let it see what you are. That's a halibut. Jeff, you want to harpoon this guy or gaff it? Yeah, let's gaff it. Jeff just goes bang.
Oh, yeah.
One of the boat.
Wow.
It looks like a healthy fish.
That's what they look like.
That's a healthy one.
Oh.
What do you think? 40?
Oh, feels like 60.
Even after all that, after all that weightlifting,
Yeah, this is 60.
he could curl that with one arm.
Oh.
I'm saying that's a 30 to 40, right?
No, that's 60.
Is it? All right, he's serious.
Yeah.
All right,
50, 60.
sweet fish.
It's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, that's what.
Bag.
Yeah.
Let's open the bag.
Okay, where are we heading at now?
We're heading into Tree Saints Bay, so if you breed any articles or history about Alaska, you'll come across Three Saints Bay. Gregory Shelikoff set up shop here in 1784. He was working his way along the Aleutian chain and he came up to Kodiak, and this bay here on the left over that beach has a natural harbor. It was deep enough for his ships. And the name of his ship was the Three Saints, so that's where you get the name Three Saints from. But this was the first permanent European settlement in Alaska, right over here. The Russians settled there. And then when they moved to Kodiak City, where they have spruce trees, he moved the camp here up to Kodiak City, and then they referred to us as the Old Harbor. So that's
That's how it got its name.
how Old Harbor got its name, and this is Three Saints Bay, named after Gregory Shelikoff's boat. We're gonna head up in there and start fishing for king.
No, it's not a little guy.
Okay, I will move here.
Acting like a real fish.
Really?
Well,
On the candy.
on the candy. Sort of wondering if it was a halibut, but
Jelly. Why not just that one?
I think that's king, my friend. Oh yeah.
What are you doing, Marcus?
Whatever it wants.
You river fishermen tapped me up. Get in the prop. Unbelievable.
Should I hammer the thing? Whoa! Look at that bad boy. Oh,
Want it back down on him?
help! Yeah, I know. Jeez, Jeff.
How much line we got left?
We got miles of line. If you want me to put a little more pressure on him, I will, but
You're doing great.
I'm just letting him do what he wants.
Hey, you're awesome.
Letting him do what he wants, boss.
You want to be tired out when he comes to the net.
Yeah.
You want to
Just want to walk
put it in and
walk him right into the net for you. Jeff, tell me about your season. When do you get started?
well, we never shut down, really. I
Yeah.
got guys that show up in January,
That's right.
February, and then March we usually have goat hunters. But I got these winter guys that are fanatics. Usually come up in January, fish February, king.
Did you tell me you caught a 47-pounder on
December 28th.
December 28th? All right, so, ooh, it's not a full Kodiak tuna, but it's a good fish.
And then
So April, May,
for big king,
Yeah.
book May and June.
May and June for big kings.
Yep.
Okay, we're here in July catching.
Everybody wants to fish this stuff.
Well, you're known to have them down here.
Yeah.
Not many places in Alaska where the king salmon fishing is that good anymore. So
You're not fighting the rainbow, so don't think you're twisting or turning.
I'm just trying to clear the gear, buddy.
You should be belly up. Follow him, follow him. Put your rod over. There you go.
All right,
He wants whatever way he wants to go.
right.
Usually.
you got it.
Oh, now he's going the other way. Watch the prop.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes.
Into that. And it's still green.
Fought him like a rainbow. All right, April, May, June. Oh, that one's even bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Came off the net.
What do you say, Jeff?
That's freaking awesome.
I think you deserve that one as hard as we work to find them. April and May is big, May and June is big kings. July is right. July is like right now. We're here in the middle of July. When do you start moving into more deer hunters?
September, October, November, December.
All right. Oh, that's a real one. What do you think, Jeff? 25?
30, 32.
Jeff just got an eye. We're going to call him 30. As usual, Kodiak over-delivers. This trip to Old Harbor has been simply amazing. It starts with the wildlife that we've seen. Pods of orcas, eagles soaring through the skies, puffins. We saw a herd of bachelor bucks on top of one of the mountains while we're trolling. We've seen seals, sea lions. This place is it's just an amazing place to come to, the Emerald Island. Here in Old Harbor, Jeff Peterson is one of the best captains I have ever met. He's put us onto shallow water spots where we're able to jig for all species that we like to target. That would be halibut, lingcod, rockfish. We've caught multiple types of salmon as well. And Leanna Peterson of the Old Harbor Lodge feeds us great meals and gives us a super comfortable place to stay, overlooking the water. Old Harbor really is an amazing location to come visit, and I highly suggest you do it. So until we see you next time, jig long and prosper.